Yeah. All right, I'm on live, guys. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome in. Let's see if I can adjust this light a little bit. All right. I'm a dreamer. Good morning. Good morning. Busy, but I'm here. All right. Awesome. If anybody asks, I just had my beautiful wife just made me some bacon and eggs and toast. So I'm ready to roll. Hello, DD, panel, and chat. Please remember to hit the like. We're going to cover quite a bit. I'm actually going to put a link in here for Chris and for Doug because they're supposed to be coming in here. So they can use this link. There it is. Marianne, I had eggs and toast too. See, we're ready to roll, Marianne. We're ready to roll. Hell, I had nothing. Get yourself some toast. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good live. I just feel it because there's a lot going on, everybody. A lot going on with this Nolen Wells, and it's going to be interesting to see. This is what we're breaking down today from the beginning, going back to the beginning and using now all the information that we've been gaining and try to go ahead and process that information real time, but going back to the beginning because things have changed, right? We found out some things that we didn't know. So everybody's opinion matters. Everybody's matters, everybody's opinion gets heard. Being that we're going to have, uh, you know, Doug and Chris on the live, that means that it's going to be kind of hard to respond to everybody. So I'm just going to focus on the questions. But even then, I'm going to let them kind of, I know already what I have and what I want to present, but I want them to be able to go ahead and share the floor since they're going to be streaming from their side. So give them the same amount of time. Um, but the reality is that I'm going to try to do my best to answer everybody's question. I'll at least put that question underneath the picture that you guys are seeing on the computer. I will go ahead and do that. And that way, at least you guys know Dog has seen my comment, not like Dog has he missed me. If I missed your comment, just let me know and I'll go ahead and re-put it out there. But yeah, this is going to be a very good live. I'm telling you. Cheryl, good morning from Minnesota. The Minnesotians, the Gophers. Good to have you, Cheryl. Thank you for being here. L, Barney, hello, everyone. Welcome in, Barney. AJ, good morning, DD and Chad. Welcome in, AJ. L, hi, Barney and Cheryl. All right. Cicely, welcome in, Cicely. Good to have you. L says, I'm back and forth between chats when I can while I get some things done around the house. You got it. Just listen. If you can, just listen as best you can. And I'm telling you, this is going to be very interesting. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of different views of opinion, but hey, that's what it's all about. That's how we learn. Share the stream, everybody. Click that share, like, subscribe, help the channel get out there so we can go ahead and get more people in here. That's only going to make us a lot smarter, everybody. AJ, Cheryl, Barney, I'm a dreamer. AJ, good morning. I know it's 4 minutes past. I don't see Chris or literally Doug. Hello, Doug and Chris. Where are you at? Interesting. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and start now. When people come in, we'll go ahead and Let me see. It's 10:05. Let's give it a couple more minutes. Couple more minutes. Good morning, April. Welcome in, April. Welcome in. Just same thing as before. I'm gonna post everybody's comment literally at the bottom of the live stream, so you guys will know at least that I'm seeing it, so I'm not ignoring it. I'll try to go ahead and answer as much as I can. Celtic Pat, good morning, DD. My husband just did the dishes for me and cleaned my kitchen. God, what a great guy. Amazing. Man. Just don't tell my wife, because then she's going to want me to do it. Just don't tell my wife, because she'll want me to do that as well. AJ, April, L, hi April, AJ, Celtic, Marianne, hello April. Oh wait, it was a dream. Interesting. Yeah, well that's probably what I would have told my wife. Yeah, I thought you wanted me to do that, but then I realized it was just a dream. How about that? Fantasy 5, good morning, DD, and chat from hot and humid Nashville, Tennessee, the Volunteers. Good to have you, Fantasy 5. Celtic with the giggles, AJ Fantasy, L, hi Fantasy. And DD laughing out loud. Yeah, I'm telling you, I feel good today. Got good sleep. Bill's in the house. Good to have you, Bill. Welcome in. Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. I just did the dishes and cleaned the kitchen for my husband. You're amazing. You are amazing, April. Bill, hello, everyone. I'm finally a member. Yes, you are, my friend. Since getting into watching YouTube during COVID, this is my first channel membership ever. Well, welcome in, Bill. Welcome in. Love having you. I love seeing you and love your comments. I wanted to support you, DD, the channel, and other members plus subs. I get it, Bill. No worries, my friend. No worries. Don't think of you any less when you weren't a member. Always just glad to have you in. AJ, Bill, welcome. L, Bill, welcome. April, Bill, that's great. We are so happy you're here. Saltipay, for Bill. Awesome. Well said. Well said. All right. Now we got people in here, but the main other two people that we don't have is the two guys that are supposed to be on live. So we're going to go ahead and start because I know there's people watching as well. So there's a lot of stuff that has come out, and I want you guys to hear a video, and we're going to stop it and break it down. And it's so that you guys can hear this video that I want to show you. There's other videos that say the same thing. Okay. So I don't think this is an AI whatsoever. There's other videos that are saying the same thing. So I just want to go ahead and start with that. And then we'll go from there. We'll break it down. I'll stop it. You'll hear what they have to say. And then after we get going, you guys can go ahead and tell me what you think. Chris might have a flat tire. He should have never sold his e-bike. He had a vehicle that Barney gave him, a bike. He could have made it here, but we'll just have to wait and see. Bible, hello, Bible, welcome in. All right, guys, I'm going to share this video now. So if Chris comes in, please go ahead and send him that video, April. Matter of fact, if you want to send it, you can't because you're probably, well, I'm going to put it on the chat so that he can go ahead and him and Doug can go ahead. There we go. Here we go. All right. There it is. So if they come in, tell them it's right there. All right. Here we go, everybody. Listen to this thoroughly. Listen to this carefully. Because what I told you yesterday about two possible scenarios, I really meant it. And I didn't even know about this. I just came across and watched this literally late last night. and this morning. So what I told you about what I believe could have happened, well, let's just say it was just an opinion. Marianne, hi, Bible. Here we go, everybody. All right, all right. Here we go, everybody.
Place where they did rituals and camped overnight. Y'all not gonna believe this new information right here. I was tapped in earlier to Introvert Rockstars Live. What he discovered is gonna blow your mind, y'all. But before we get into it, y'all know we gotta react to some TikTok videos because there's new audio. They even got the grandfather of one of the boys, Wyatt Earl Warren, grandfather, spoke to the dispatch people and just said, look, he don't need any help. They not sinking no more, mysteriously. And we got more videos just breaking down these interviews and how they lying. They are lying and they telling on themselves in these interviews because, first of all, the time's not adding up. And who in the hell, when they're explaining the story, got all the dates and the times just mapped out? If I'm telling the story from 4 days ago, there's no way I'm going to tell you what time I woke up. There's no way I'm going to tell you the exact time I went to bed, the exact time I spoke to somebody. There is no way. So that leads everybody to believe that they are following the script when they get on these interviews. But let's react to these TikTok videos right quick, y'all.
What if I told you that the moment your book is published, there could be a giant billboard featuring you and your book in Times Square? And in addition, a video trailer that tells your book's story, a paid advertising campaign.
Nolen Wells' friends canceled CETO, but was that a breach of protocol or procedure? I'm going to show you their basic policies, and you guys be the judge. So CETO policy is very simple. The immediate lifeline is handing it off to the Coast Guard, especially if there's non-emergency issues. Now, they'll let the Coast Guard know, or they'll call 911 on their own, and they will tell people that they need to wear life jackets. Secondly, they're going to triage the situation, which is exactly what they did. Get coordinates, how many people are on board, what's happening. You do remember them saying, we're taking on water, we're going down. As they move forward, they dispatch specialized salvage gear, meaning if they know they need pumps, if they know they need certain recovery tools, they're going to dispatch flotation bags. They're going to dispatch that out. Now, as we move forward, the salvage rule, which is standard pricing, you can see what it actually does. But here's the big thing, canceled calls. If a canceled call happens by a third party or grandfather, look what happens here. They take it at face value. They take it at face value, like they just naturally believe you. If a third party, like a parent or grandparent, calls and cancels the request, stating the situation has been resolved or handled, CETO will halt their commercial response. However, if a severe distress call was already logged involving a sinking vessel, marine log protocols require that information be coordinated with local Marine Patrol and or Coast Guard to ensure that no souls were left in distress. Here's where problems kick in. How do you know the problem was actually resolved and handled? The kids are freaking out, and then they all of a sudden say, oh, I think we're good. We're all set. How do you know? How can you take them at face value? How do you know? If they said they're sinking, they say they're going down, all of a sudden you just move on, and all of a sudden you just say, oh, okay, we're just going to take that at face value. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. They were literally telling you multiple times on the phone call that we're taking on water, we're sinking, we're going down, we need your help. All of a sudden, okay, no, we're good. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
They didn't let the Coast Guard know. They didn't let the local Marine Patrol know.
It was the grandfather. He spoke to the grandfather. The grandfather said, nah, I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to get through this.
Okay, so Quan is saying, listen to the 911 call again. On the 111 mark, you can hear in the background someone saying, no, wake up, Wyatt, check his chest. So I ran this through my editing program. And listen, I am not a pro at audio by all means, but I did enhance the background so we can hear more of what was said.
Hello.
I'm going to feature just the parts where you can hear people talking in the background. I want to be very clear. This is my interpretation of the enhanced audio in the background. It is not a confirmed transcript, so please take this with a grain of salt.
All right, of course. How far is the border
coming up, sir. Can you give me a description? Hello? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed. I don't
All
have
right.
the tag
Unless
on
you
here.
have a
We got
membership
ripped off.
number. How many adults, sir? That was the question.
Hey, where is this?
All right. How many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right. Thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
Did you notice that he said 7 people were on the boat and then they counted and it was just 6?
They said 6.
Now, another thing I noticed in the full audio, when the dispatcher called the captain of the Coast Guard, the captain said, I just talked to his grandpa and he said he doesn't
Chris,
need
they
a
can't
tow.
hear you on your channel.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And
Is it
he
Jerry?
said that yeah,
Mhm.
Jerry. Yeah, he said,
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So
All
I'm
right.
guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah,
Or,
they're in a panic.
My question is, why is the grandfather saying, no, they're fine. They don't need a tow?
The grandfather Jerry is so well connected with people, he's going to figure out a way to get them out of this. I'm telling you, these people are as deeply rooted in racism out there in Mississippi. This is what they specialize in, and this is what people do not understand.
It gets even more confusing because on the Officer Tatum show, Warren was one of the kids on the boat. He was saying that the last time he saw Nolen was 3:00. But then he talks about how when they were leaving at 4:30 and the boat was having issues, they said, Nolen, get the F on here. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay back. So he would have saw him at 4:30 instead of 3:00, right?
The last time I saw Nolen was 3:00, and Nolen was cradling a girl in his arms, Katie. But when we were leaving, Nolen was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled for
Chris,
Nolen.
you can
Nolen,
pause it anytime you want, my
get
friend.
on the boat. We're leaving. The boat's having issues, and no, he didn't say that, but he was panicking. Nolen, get the F on the boat. Get on the boat. And Nolen said, no, I'm staying out here. I'm going to ride in with somebody else. And it's not uncommon to hear, but it's not like my buddy asked him one time. My buddy asked Nolen multiple times to get on the boat. Nolen, get on the boat. Get on the boat. We're leaving. If you're coming.
Y'all see how he spoke to Nolen? Get the F on.
So far what we have, you guys heard the audio, and you heard the lady clearly say that she's not a professional at this, but she's trying to parse it out. She's trying to. You're still on mute, Chris. There you go.
Yeah, no, I had myself on mute.
Sorry, buddy. So basically, she was telling us that when she tried to clean it up, this is what they heard in the background, and they said, Nolen, get up, and then then you hear another voice coming in saying, check his chest, or he's going, you guys heard it all, so I don't have to repeat it. But my point is, this is on the boat, apparently, that those 6 to 7 people are on going back. And you'll know later when they give out the grid coordinates to where they were located. When the dispatcher asked them, you'll hear later also that the grid coordinates that she gave was right in the same area where they found Nolen. That's what was reported in the past. They're not going to say that. The timestamp too. Remember when they said that Nolen was cradling the girl? In the past, they said that he was in the water holding her, basically, because he asked the interviewer, Tatum asked him, being Warren, to go ahead and explain what he meant by cradling. And he said basically that he was basically holding her in the water. And he gave the illustration of holding her in the water. Here they're saying that he was on the back of the boat with Katie, or by the back of the boat with Katie. So I'm not sure how that all plays out. I'm going to go ahead and play it. Anybody got any questions so far? Anybody? I don't think so, but I can see online. I was always my buddy, not ours. Okay. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Here we go, everybody. Here we go.
On the boat. It was just natural for him to say that. And I'm telling you, I do not trust Wyatt's nose. I don't trust his nose, man.
You got to come down. And Nolen made a decision to stay out on the island.
So what is it? Is the last time you saw him at 3 o'clock with the girl, or 4:30 when you guys left Nolen and he supposedly said, I'm good, I'm staying here? What is it?
Baby boy, I hate to inform you that allegedly this is why your stepmother did not want to talk to the media.
I mean, unless you're crazy, I'm not walking around with my phone in my hand and then walking around Horn Island, you know.
How many people left the phone on the boat? Was it just his phone when y'all left, or
right? I mean,
other people have phones
absolutely
on the boat?
not. Like there was at least, well, I rode out here on a different boat, like I told you, and I grabbed my boat. I grabbed my phone when I left the Palm Beach to get on the boat with Triton. To get on the boat with Wyatt, because we were having, boat issues. And
once he asked him a question that would throw him off script, this is where he starts stuttering at, because he's following a script, y'all, in his head. So if he get off that path of the script, he's gonna start choking up, and then he gotta get right back on path. This is why he cannot answer the question directly in their interviews.
When I got on the boat, there was phones everywhere on the console. Everywhere. There was everybody's phone that was sitting around the boat was on the console. Like, we had phones that we didn't even know whose they were, you know?
And then I also know what it looks like when someone is explaining to you what happened, what they actually know happened. When you have over 10 years in active addiction, you can see when someone is trying to remember something, trying to remember a line, trying to remember what they already said, trying to remember the
he remembering a line, all right. He can't wait to get to a line.
timeline they already gave you. Now, I do want to be clear. A nervous person is not a guilty person. People can be nervous under stress. We know this. But what stands out to me in this clip is not just that he stutters and he pauses and he is trying to remember. It's that he seems to be focused more on how he can clear himself and making sure people can't blame him, rather than walking through the steps and actually trying to figure out what happened to Nolen. I see no remorse. I just see him, you can't blame me because Nolen is an adult and he chose to stay behind. Well, what about all the other questions?
In this clip, I'm going to show you why I don't trust his nose. I'm going to show you why I don't trust Mr. Pinocchio right here.
Play the video right now.
So any questions on that so far? Yeah, and try, there's a lot of commentary by the actual streamer, and there's commentary by the lady who put that together, and then the lady who's actually trying to bridge those gaps as to why this happened or why that happened. As far as the guy whose channel it is, he's a little charismatic, so try not to really focus on him per se. He does say some good things, make no mistake, but he's obviously going in a direction where I'm not thinking that's part of it. Don't know. Just try to overlook all the whatever you want to call it. But really, if you listen to the lady that is explaining what you would normally see. That's the same thing we talked about, how something is not being when he's asked a question. Hello, Jeannie, welcome in. Annie, welcome in. How when he was always asked, we talked about this. It seemed like he always kind of shifted. He always shifted when he was being asked a question by Officer Tatum or whatnot, the interviewer. So that's something we've all talked about. I've mentioned this many times, that he would always veer off, literally. And then almost like I said before with you guys, it was like it was very scripted, really scripted. Because when they say he's trying to find a line, is that they're saying, if you don't understand that, I don't know if you do, and if you do, great. But what they're saying is that he's trying to find that groove to get back into that conversation on how he remembers how this whole thing was scripted. I don't think this was done intentionally by the interviewer when he asked him about the phone and was it just Nolen's phone. I don't think he did that on purpose. I think he just asked a question, forgot where they were on that memorization of the script, if you will. And I think it caught him off guard. And that's why you've seen him not be able to answer a question. And then he had to go back to say, well, like I told you, when I went to the boat, and they weren't even in there. They were that was already passed. You know what I'm saying? He had to find his narrative back. So I just want you guys just to hear that and understand. If you don't, that's exactly what he was trying to say. Any questions? Any questions at all?
Yes.
Go ahead.
What was for breakfast?
Eggs, bacon, toast.
Nice.
Wife made a beautiful breakfast.
Well, you better have made some for me.
over easy eggs.
No, I like
That's
sunny
just how
side.
I like them.
No, I like it sunny side or scrambled.
Hey, I like the
crap.
runny stuff. You know, it was good.
So, do you think he made it back on the boat?
Well, like I said before you got on here, I had told everybody that. Remember yesterday there was only two options that I told you guys that I honestly believed was either something happened to him on the land or something happened to him on the boat. So the idea of being on the water is the real question. Why was he in the water? If he became, let's just say for a better lack of words, drowned, what got him to go to the water? Well, I said it's either going to be, in my opinion, it's either going to be he was on a boat going back, or it was going to be somebody did something to him nefariously on land, because that would be the only thing that made sense. So do I think he was on a boat? This is the first, last night, late last night, I was watching this, and this is the first time I heard of it late last night. And then I watched it again in the morning because I wanted to see, like, okay, let's see if this is where it's going. And sure enough, so if you believe what you're hearing, yes, I think he was on the boat. Okay. I really do.
So now this brings me to my next point.
Mm-hmm.
If actually go on for a second, I got to get something ready to show you. Sorry.
Okay, and the other thing is, I don't know that picture that they showed that they said, well, you know, because you got to remember, Warren stated that somebody called him or texted him and said that they saw Nolen with that girl at about 6:30 p.m., right? He stated that in his interview with Tatum. And you also have to remember, so I'm aware of that part. I'm not saying that it is or it isn't. But the other thing is, it wasn't a definite that was him with that girl walking in on that beach. That wasn't a definite. I mean, it was blurry.
No.
So just wanted to point that out as well.
Well, yeah, but I also I don't remember that being 6:30 though. I remember the timestamp being the time they were leaving on the boat. That was what we asked, isn't it?
Right. But he did say in his interview, and I have to go back, I think it was either the last one or the third one, he did say literally that someone had called him, one of his friends had called him or texted him and said that they had saw Nolen at 6:30, which means he wasn't unalive at that time. Now, once again, I don't know if that's all just, covering all the bases or if that's legit. I really don't know. All I do know is that when we looked at those pictures and we were trying to decipher who was who and what was what, it was very hard to tell. I mean, was it really him? Was he a little darker? Was he a little lighter? That type of thing. Was it him really walking with her? Because it wasn't clear. That's all I'm saying. So just take all that, everybody, with a grain of salt. We really don't know. But when we hear this and you hear the dispatcher actually talking about this, and at the end of this video, he's going to play you exactly nothing but just a call that was made to the dispatch, and you're going to hear that conversation, and it's going to be almost identical, if not identical. So for whatever that's worth. Welcome in, Whiskey. Welcome in. Good to have you, Holly. Good to have you. Hang on a second. Crystal, good to have you. Welcome in. All right, everybody. We are watching a video that's breaking down the 911 call and a little bit of the conversations that Officer Tatum had with Warren. That's what we're watching right now at this point. April said, April number is 3 p.m. Got you. All right, here we go, everybody. Here we go.
Like there was just a couple boats looking for Nolen. There was planes and helicopters and everybody. So
listen to him now.
And then after this, obviously they didn't find Nolen that day.
Right.
And so what was your reaction like when you heard the news, or how did you hear the news that they found Nolen's body?
Well, the next day, it got to be about 1:00 on July 5th, and I was like, my mind started to turn. I was like, man, if he's not awake yet, like, where is he? Like, I got very, very worried.
If he's not awake? What do you mean if he's not awake yet?
My buddy Brooks the next day, and we're driving, and my buddies were texting my group chat. They were like, hey, listen, I got a phone call from my buddy Trace, and he was like, hey, man, they just found his body.
Sound like y'all did it. Man, y'all don't see this, man. I can't be the only.
How are they checking to see where Nolen is? How could they call to see Nolen if they got the damn phone?
What if you could make a song using only your voice? Let's start with the drums.
Sort of like spin.
Okay, so on this part here, when he talks about he was worried about Nolen, and he was really worried. I think he said at 1:00, and he started to call him and his friends, try to call him, and then this guy says, well, how did he try to call him if they had his phone? You also have to remember that when he talked to Officer Tatum in the interview, he said that when Shonda, the friend of the mom, came over to pick up that phone, okay, he said that Wyatt went straight to his truck, got the phone, came back out, handed it to her, and everything was peaceful at that point. Everything was like kosher, no delay, no nothing. So they knew that his phone had to be in there, right? Because the idea, I don't think they went back there and said, okay, look at all the phones. Let's see where is his phone here. He said in the interview that he went ahead just now. He said he kept calling at 1:00 because he was worried. And this was on the 5th. Okay, on the 5th. And he was calling but they knew already that he didn't have his phone because he had stated that in the interview that he left his phone on the boat, on the console. And he also stated that when the lady Shonda came in, Christina's a friend, the mother to Nolen, when he came in, he said when they came there, they went straight to the boat or straight to the truck, White's truck. Wyatt got the phone, brought it right out, gave it to her, and that was that. That doesn't happen by accident. Bible, the first giveaway for me was the panicking and looking for Nolen so soon. Very well said. El, let me go down here. Thank you, El, for the jewels. Thank you for supporting the channel and always supporting the channel, my friend. Warren was contradicting himself way too many times. That was definitely obvious, without a doubt. Well said, El. Annie, Right Bible, April, Agree Bible, Holly. Can we have a body language reader analyze the interview? Yeah, well, that's. I mean, we can try to locate one, but I can do what I can to locate one. But that's
What are we looking for?
Somebody who can read body language. I mean, I'm not an expert. All I can tell you is what I have learned. But yes, I will try to find somebody, Holly. Fantasy, I didn't hear him say he was calling Nolen. I thought he was referring to checking with his family, etc. Okay, well, let's play it back. Let's play it back. Let's play it back just to make sure.
My buddies were texting my group chat. They were like, hey, listen, I got a phone call from my buddy Trace, and he was like, hey, man, they just found his body.
Sound like y'all did it. Man, y'all don't see this, man. I can't be on it.
How are they checking to see where Nolen is? How could they call to see Nolen if...
Pull it back.
And then after this, obviously they didn't find Nolen that day.
Right.
And so what was your reaction like when you heard the news, or how did you hear the news that they found Nolen's body?
Well, the next day, it got to be about 1 o'clock on July 5th, and I was like, my mind started to turn. I was like, man, if he's not awake yet, like, where is he? Like, I got very, very worried.
If he's not awake? What do you mean if he's not awake yet?
Brooks the next day, and we're driving, and my buddies were texting my group chat. They were like, hey, listen, I got a phone call from my buddy Trace, and he was like, hey, man, they just found his body.
Sound like y'all did it. Man, y'all don't see this, man. I can't be on it.
How are they checking this?
I'm going to ride in with somebody else. And it's not uncommon to hear, but...
I'm good. I'm staying here. What is it?
Oh, I rode out here on a different boat.
That path of the script is going to start.
What they actually know. To me in this clip is the other questions.
Planes and helicopters and everybody. So
listen to him now.
And then after this, obviously they didn't find Nolen that day.
Right.
And so what was your reaction like when you heard the news, or how did you hear the news that they found Nolen's body?
Well, the next day, it got to be about 1 o'clock on July 5th, and I was like, my mind started to turn. I was like, man, if he's not awake yet, like, where is he? Like, I got very, very worried.
If he's not awake? What do you mean if he's not awake yet?
Brooks the next day, and we're driving, and my buddies were texting my group chat. They were like, hey, listen, I got a phone call from my buddy Trace, and he was like, hey, man, they just found his body.
Sound like y'all did it. Man, y'all don't see this, man. I can't be on it.
How are they checking?
Okay, so correct, Bible. Correct. According to what I'm hearing now is that they were checking, not necessarily he was checking, calling, that they were checking, and that's how, they discovered that they had found the body. Trayston had called him and told him, as him and another guy were driving, something to that effect. Good catch. Good catch. Thank you. What do you think, everybody? Any other questions? Please ask away.
They took our trash again.
I'm trying to remember.
Welcome in, Lord. Welcome in.
Welcome in. Hello. Good day. What'd you say, Al? Chris PP, what? Let's talk with Chris. What? PP? Code yellow. Gotta go. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. What side of the island was he on? He was found down on the north tip
West.
on the west tip on the back side of the island, right?
The northwest side, yeah.
So, and the dock side of where they have a couple of the docks to pull up and tie your boat, they have a couple there. Where all those boats were is where their boats were. So all they had to do is turn around
and go back
and head back in.
Right.
Like they didn't have to go around the island. So if he fell off the boat, you really think he's gonna do a circle around the island and then end up in the back?
Well, you remember
Probably not.
they had to tow the boat a little bit to gauge speed, supposedly. Okay, so that they wouldn't be taken in water. The question is, when he gave the coordinates, the grid coordinates to the 911 operator, she said, "Oh, you're at Horn Lake or Horn Island?" And he said, "Yes." Now, I don't know what part. I don't know what part he was. I don't know where they tugged him out to get it going. But the GPS did show that boat was where that boat was. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't really answer that because I really don't know how they word. I just know what she said, what the 911 said, as far as him giving the coordinates.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the
because I would ask the same question: how in the hell did they end up over there? Right?
Well, again, the boat the GPS doesn't show them going around
right
to the west. So in my eyes, he didn't fall off the boat. Because I would find that island is huge.
Right.
And the current's coming towards the shore. So it's either going to push him in or it's going to suck him back towards the island. I mean, it's obviously he could end up around the back, but I would find that odd.
Remember they talked about the currents. If he had went off the boat by however well means, had went off the boat, that current could have took him. They said at the beginning when they were talking about how the current wraps it around, and that's why it could have came back around. I don't know nothing about that. That's out of my area, but I remember them saying that, and then of course the body sunk. The body sunk and was there, can be there for whatever, 24, 72 hours or whatever in the hell it is. And then that's why when KJ Navy went out there, they couldn't find it. But then that's why they went back to that area, or the dad and they went to that area. They couldn't see nothing. And then KJ Navy came back, but it was already discovered by one of the, for better lack of patrol boats that were out there.
Yeah, it was the Park Ranger guy.
So, like I said, guys, take everything of what this as a grain of salt, but it really does. Do I think that, well, you can dismiss the 911 call. You can't, it's hard to dismiss some of the things that were being said, he's going to die. No, wake up. He's going to die. Check his chest, that type of thing, whatever verbiage it was used. Something happened on the boat. What happened on the boat? I have no idea. But you remember, it's always the cover-up that ends up being more than the crime itself, right? It's always the cover-up. So was it an accident? was it that, I don't know. Did somebody really beat him on the boat? Was there a fight on the boat? I have no idea. But hearing that tells me, in my opinion, I can't dismiss that he wasn't on that boat. You had the girl that originally said, Katie girl said at the beginning, not on this slide, but at the beginning of the case, said he went, I saw him get on the boat. Okay. And then she later said, clarified through her sister and her mother, she thought he walked towards the boat and she thought he got on, leaving that kind of, open-ended, like might have got on or may have not got on. You know what I mean? Then you hear about all the threats and all the threats that were being made to everybody. I'm talking everybody. So then you ask the question, pieces start to fit in. You just got to make your own assessment on what you think for what you hear. You know what I mean? And he could have, they get a hold of him when they had the phone. Barney, so when they have the boat names, Lil Daddy and Palm Beach so far. Awesome, Barney. Thank you for that info. L says, Chris, PP, let's talk with Chris. AJ, Lord, L, his body language. Holly, they were checking with other friends if they had heard from him or seen him. Correct. April, in my opinion, they were checking to see if they found the body. L, Lord Vaughn. April, not where he was. I put your PP in here as well as DD's info. People would like to support your channels. Appreciate you both. Thank you, Al. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you,
Thank
Crystal's
you.
Crime Board.
Absolutely. Still sketch for sure. He's talking around himself so much. It appears that he's confused and sounds confusing to anyone listening. That I can agree with wholeheartedly, Fantasy. Crystal Crime Board, welcome in, says, well, just wanted to pop in and show love. Thank you so much, Crystal. Appreciate that. And support. You guys have a great show. Thank you, Crystal. Much appreciation. Ole. Hi, Crystal. L, thank you so much, Crystal. Would be okay if I post the link to your channel. Crystal says, sure. Thank you again, Crystal. L, love seeing the streamers supporting each other. As do I. Thank you so much. Bible, Nolan's body was found on the northwest tip of the island. The north side is where most people gather. It faces the inland. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting,
Yeah.
Bible. Thank you. The interview with Warren is so much different from the Shepherd one, without a doubt. I have watched them all multiple times now. You're welcome, Crystal. Okay, here we go. We're going to play the rest, all right? This next part, I'm not even sure I really want to play it because it talks about, in my opinion, now he goes into the ritual aspect. Look, it's nothing more than a party, a bunch of kids having a party. I don't think there's anything nefarious with. He's talking about rituals and they do it. And I think it's kind of like he's kind of like blowing it somewhere where it doesn't need to be blown there. Okay. So I'll play it, but don't take anything, in my opinion, as to what he's talking about, because I don't think that had anything to do with anything. Just saying. Here we go.
To see where Nolen is. How could they call to see Nolen if they got the damn phone?
Sort of like spindly pines of Rome in Italy. Artists still come out to Horn Island for inspiration, alone sometimes, as members of groups a lot. They may stay overnight or a week or more. The day breaks silently with a whisper on the breeze and uncertainty in the air. It may be gray.
Watch this, y'all.
Or it may be sunny. But each kind of weather brings out its own personality and traits.
I don't think this has anything to do
At nighttime,
with
you
this.
make of it what you want. A luau, a ritual dance around the fire, Luau, ritual dance around the fire. Luau, ritual dance around the fire. Luau, ritual dance around the fire. Who wants a luau, ritual dance around the fire?
This is Horn Island. No black people doing this around the fire. A ritual dance around the fire. People camp there overnight. Shout out the introvert rock star. Do y'all see what's going on? Do not be fooled by the narrator voice. This is how they trick us, y'all.
Luau, ritual dance around the fire, an unveiling of the day's artistic work. Even fire.
And stuff like that. Ain't no damn pottery. These are the rituals and look at them overnight. I know some guy had got on TMZ and said that, yeah, no, don't nobody be up there overnight. Man, come on, bro. It's holes all through what people saying, bro. And I'm going to get y'all that audio as well. Check it out, y'all.
Now, here's the audio I was telling you about.
CETO Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
At the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir?
Did you hear that when he says, wake up, wake the fuck up? Okay. That was what we heard a little bit more clear on the one lady's thing where she cleaned it up a little bit.
Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir?
I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't have the tag
unless
on
you
here.
have a
It got ripped
membership
off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need?
So as I'm listening to this, and I know it's hard to see that, but that's why the other lady was clearing it up. I'm now thinking in my head, why did the operator ask, is everybody okay? Is everybody all right? Maybe because she was hearing the back noise of what was being said. You know, that was a big question that was asked by a lot of people. Well, why would she ask that question? Well, maybe because she was hearing the back noise as to everybody freaking out and panicking about what was going on. And she said, is everything okay? Is everybody all right? You know what I'm saying? It just makes you think outside that box. Whiskey, I don't think they left the day with plans to unalive Nolen. Trayson and his brother had too much to drink and was in a fighting mood. Accident happened. Yeah, that's very possible, Whiskey. That's very possible accidents happen. And usually it's the cover-up that makes it worse, without a doubt. Well said. L, operator may be overhearing the things. Yes, that's what I'm thinking is happening. She's hearing it. And so she's asking this odd question. Is everybody okay? Is everybody safe?
The United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Want me to go look?
If not, I can send you a text message.
North. Are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm available.
North 3 degrees by 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right, well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We are sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right, have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right, where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor or Fort Bayou Lawn.
All right, how many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So, is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Try to jump in and pull the plug while you're going.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many
what's
adults
going
on board?
So, there are 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right, verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee for service come up under...
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So
Right.
he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24-footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And he said,
okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic. He's saying the bilge is not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on the back end. And, I get it. It's a kid. He just doesn't understand.
Oh, okay. Do you still have him on the line?
Yes, I still have him on the line. And again, I couldn't find, he couldn't give me anything regarding his grandfather's, membership. So it's just under fee for service.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just talked to, if you want to, we're so tied up right now. We can't really do any non-member jobs right now.
Is he a member? Did you find out if he was a member or not?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's his boat or what. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But yeah, transfer the kid over. I'll talk to him and then I'll call his grandpa back as well.
All right. And did you want me to look up membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are
You can
swamped.
try this cell phone number.
If you sit on the toilet, bear down, and barely anything comes out. You don't have constipation, you have poop paralysis. And the difference.
Yes, sir.
Anything on this phone number?
All right. Yep. Yeah, he's an active member. Hold on.
What kind of boat do you have on there? Same boat?
Yeah, he's one of your members. Yep, 22-foot Triton. All right. I'll just disregard this one. I'm going to send you over an accurate one under this one, okay? He's one of your members. You'll get in a couple minutes, okay?
Okay, perfect. All right. And yeah, just transfer this kid over whenever you get a chance.
All right, transferring now. Thank you again, Captain.
All righty.
Stay safe out there. It's crazy. Have a drink.
Oh, it's wild. All righty. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello? Hello? Are you there? I apologize. I will be disconnecting due to lack of response.
There y'all.
There you go. So, I guess the question is, what do you all think?
I don't even know what to think.
Anything crosses your mind? Let me see if anybody has any questions here. Dispatch was incorrect, says Jeannie. Okay, well, let me look back up here. Let's see. Welcome in, Brooks Snow. Welcome in.
Dispatch was wrong about what?
Yeah, I'm trying to go back up to go back down here. So very interesting. Exactly far from where Nolen was found. I wonder, April, he didn't need Coast Guard, but he seemed shook up to me. L, sometimes something else is going on, in my opinion, during the call. Jeannie, did he say pool or the red stuff that comes out of your body? April, something is very wrong here. What in the world, says L? L, is he that intoxicated? Something else is happening, has to be. Holly, that's why drinking and boating don't mix. Whiskey, that's why you don't mix alcohol and water. Brooke, he sounds very inebriated. Brooke, yikes. Brooke. L, I think he was concentrating on something else during that call, but clearly very drunk as well. Brooke, hey AJ, it's a lot going on. L, hi Brooke, Holly. Bible, they were 31 feet of water on the west tip. Nolen was already overboard. That's why his body showed up where it did. Interesting. Not making sense. Jeannie, dispatch was incorrect. What was the dispatch incorrect about, Jeannie? Fill us in. April, see, no Coast Guard needed. Bible, which is why they were panicking so much, I think. Jean, what does Grandpa know? They did call Grandpa. Grandpa called, said they don't need one. And I'm not sure if Grandpa was even there. And those kids did sound like they were panicking. Let's not kid ourselves. We know what we heard. We know what we think we heard. So, yeah. L, maybe they called looking for help and grandfather trying to cover it up. Bible says, right. Holly, why in the hell would they let a bunch of kids take a boat out with all the other people out there? No one tried helping them. They were all drunk. L, maybe told them not to have Coast Guard come because of what happened. Just my guess, says L. April, maybe Grandpa said dump the body, just thinking here. Very possible. Good point. Gene, joking. L, yes. April, my thoughts as well. Or don't get Coast Guard involved. There was foul play. Gene, Dee, good morning. Great to finally be here again. Great to have you, Gene. Great to have you back. April, L, the call was panicked and Grandpa said no help needed. Bible, lack of response by Nolen because the grandfather, aka boat owner, gave them further instructions. L says exactly, April. Bible says everything I type is in my opinion. These are all just opinions, everybody. And whatever we can make out from what dispatch was saying and what they were able to decipher. Fantasy, so was Grandpa was called first before dispatch. Interesting. I have no clue. Gene, or was he called right after they called for the boat sinking? And then someone else called Grandpa and he said, no, don't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Very possible. Jeannie, she should have complete connect information. She said 24-foot Triton and didn't give the rest of the information. I know what dispatchers have to provide. Well, I mean, we can agree that there was a lot of stuff going on in the background. So I'm not sure, if it was just missed or she just kind of, people do get, even dispatchers, especially, not necessarily in this, but in law enforcement, dispatchers get really like tense as well when they're getting a call. And I would consider this a very intense call. Bible, I think Warren could call dispatch and another one called Grandpa. That was what makes sense to me. All right, everybody. So that was what I just listened to last night. But it kind of goes in the narrative of what I was thinking. Two possible scenarios. One, happened on land. Two, something happened on the boat. That's how he ended up in the water. If something happened on the land, then it was deliberately done and they threw him in the water. If he was on the boat going back, somehow he would have ended up in the water. That's why I was saying yesterday that those two really are the most common sense things that could have happened. We could talk about slips on a rock. We could talk about taking a leak outside. We could talk about pooping in the water, all that stuff. And the current came and swept them away. I just don't think that's logical, in my opinion. Now, I'm not a fishing. I mean, I am a fishing guy, but not like these people. But the idea that I don't understand how bad it is, but I don't think he's going to. This is Nolen is going to swim all the way out past the 5 foot, go past into the deeper end, and then go ahead and do his pooping and peeing in there. That just doesn't make sense. For one, he probably doesn't have no energy. For one,
yes, in the future, I'm a church goer. I don't use foul language and stuff like that. So taking a leak, urinating in public, so urinating, not taking a leak, because I don't swear, and I go to church every day, morning and noon and nighttime. So
like I said, taking a leak.
Yeah, your shit. So.
Holly, I just find it odd that they don't have water patrol on holiday weekends on the water.
Too busy.
Yeah, maybe it was just busy and they were covering other grounds. I'm sure they got a lot of area to cover with a short amount of staff.
And you're out there on your own, So you're underneath your whatever happens. So
what is your
remember,
take? Tell me what do you guys think?
how many miles out was it?
10 from the 10 from the to back into the inland where they launched at.
Oh God, I gotta recheck. Is there anybody in the chat that knows? But I thought it was like 9 miles offshore, and you're in international waters, aren't you? Or is it more than that?
I'm not sure of that, Chris. I couldn't answer that. Not
Is that
sure.
yeah, it must be.
Ollie says, I just find it odd that they don't have water patrol. Sounds like it's a free for all out there, underage drinking and fights and no patrol out there. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Anybody else have any take? Chris, you say GD pretty often.
I know. God damn, I say it all the time. Sorry.
Welcome in, KB. April, where I am vacationing, we have no beach patrol or lifeguards. It's also an island in North Carolina. Interesting, April. Very interesting. So do you guys see anything from what we've talked about from the beginning of this case to what we know now? You know, the inconsistencies, the different possible scenarios, hearing the 911 call. Do we have any sense of possibly like how this could have unfolded? Just an opinion? Or are you guys stuck that, once again, he became unalive by drowning? And if that's the case, what took him to the water? Something had to get him out there. There's only one way he's going to be out in the water, in my opinion, and that's on a boat. Because if she went back, the girl that he stayed behind, if, let's just say the big if, he stayed back and she was gone at 8:30, whatever time they said, why would he go into the water? And then B, there was a girl on that boat as well, because they said you could hear a girl talking. Not sure who that girl was. Follow me? So when you try to put those clues together, it's very telling and it's very eye-opening as to what probably happened. Because anything that you deviate from the possibility of what you think probably on the scenarios that could have happened, if you deviate too much, you're really stretching, trying to create a narrative. Okay, you're saying, well, probably slipped on a rock. Probably slipped on 20 rocks. I mean,
I don't know. Something tells me he wasn't on the boat.
And it's possible.
I don't know.
Possible.
It just seems like there would be too much. I don't know. It's again, here we go. Hello, Nancy. Like, really? You're right. It's the same thing. It's just we know he's unalive, right? I mean,
right.
There's people everywhere, But again, like, who knows though? Like, did he stay later? Did he stay on the island till the night? Who knows? Was he camping out overnight, with somebody? Who knows? We don't know that. Did he stay on the island night and then something happened to him in the nighttime? You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Who's to know?
Well, but that's the thing. On the boat, somebody was on there that they said no. Wasn't that his nickname? No.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And then they said he's going to die That's what they said. Whoever this no is they said he's going to die, and then they said check his chest.
Is that what they said? I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah.
So.
They said check his chest. And now you ask, okay, my guess and my thinking here is that when they said check his chest, they're saying listen to see if he's breathing. You know, that's what I come from that.
Man, I hope they didn't turn this into something it didn't need to be.
Right.
They're all going to be in trouble.
Right.
Anybody that was on that boat is going to be in trouble.
Right.
So if something happened to him, whether or not, hey, who knows? Maybe he had too much alcohol and went into that alcohol, whatever thing. Or maybe, who knows? Maybe he did overdose. You know what I mean?
Very
or
possible.
He fell, hit his head on the back like that and did something and blah, 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 blah. But I hope these poor kids didn't turn it into that.
Well, once again, there's a reason why you hear that theory. The cover up is always more worse than the crime itself.
Yeah.
When you try to when you panic and you try to cover something up, it'd been so much simpler just to say he slipped and fell or whatever happened.
And they're thinking, oh God, if we tell them, we're going to be in.
Right.
And again, drinking, drunk, driving a boat drunk, which is still a crime.
Well, then you also got the fact that we didn't even touch on, well, who provided, if he was overdosed, who provided the narcotics and who provided the alcohol? Because those people are going to get hammered.
Oh, yeah, they're
hard.
screwed. They're screwed. And hopefully it wasn't one of the kids' parents.
Right. And so is that why they're not wanting
probably
the Coast Guard to come out, because they're like, oh shit, this is going
yeah.
to come back to, somebody that they know or someone that they love that gave them, like said, don't you guys do anything stupid. And then,
well, they're all, most of them, I think I heard were like 18.
18, right. 18, 19 years old.
So Coast Guard comes out. You're all drunk. You're all in trouble. Who's driving the boat? Me. You're going to jail. See you later. Goodbye. You know what I mean? So, where'd you get the liquor? My mother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot there, guys. There is a lot. KB says, I think it was an overdose.
Could have been.
Barney says, I am still AM trying to process it all. Brooke Newsall, Chris, Pinocchio nose keeps growing.
Yeah. So that's why I did this with the whole church and I don't swear thing. So I just did.
Bible, in my opinion, he was shoved off the boat. KB, the part about has he woke up yet? Yeah, that's what they said also. Has he woke up yet?
And if something did happen on the boat, they were like, let's get rid of him. And off he went.
Well, yeah, that's really going to be the basis of how he got in the water.
And if that's the case, they're all in serious trouble.
Tampering with evidence and everything.
Well, yeah, if you threw the kid in the water, did you know if he was alive? Not really. Exactly. I mean, that's going to be the first.
No, you're exactly right.
And if that's the case, then they're looking at what? Manslaughter, maybe?
Involuntary, probably.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I really, for they're 18 years old. And were they wrong for drinking? Of course, but who didn't?
Right.
I think I was drunk at 15.
Yeah. So, I definitely was drunk at 15.
Yeah, but I was lush. So, but yeah, I really hope they didn't. I hope they didn't, because that would be a shame. Because, for one, Nolen's unalived. Nolen's gone. His family's miserable. I'm sure a lot of his friends are miserable, but, then you're talking, let's see, whoever's on that boat, right?
6 to 7.
Yep. And then you're looking at people that would be getting in trouble. Where'd you get the liquor? Well, it was my aunt. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that person's getting in trouble. You know, just sad.
Whiskey River says the boys did something and hiding it. Holly, yes, the mother said she didn't know the boys, but they had her phone number and photos, and they were friends for some years.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. The best friend of Nolan, but the mother
Yeah.
didn't know who he was.
Yeah, well, I think
He was in.
here's what I think. I think these people, and it's a possibility, just throwing it out there. It's very possible that young kids always think they have so many best of friends.
You don't. You have
Right?
either one or two.
You only have one or two friends in your lifetime that would give you the shirt off their back and not ask anything in for return. That's what a
Correct.
friend is. So the idea that these kids use that loosely, I was his best friend. I was his best friend. Maybe the parents are looking at it like, and really, like, maybe you're really not his best friend, but, you know, like, because they're looking at it from old school, you know?
Yes.
They know that as they gotten older, they don't have many friends, right? And when I say that, it's they know friends are very, 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 very limited in life. So
Big time.
and
Look,
then
I
if they-
know
Go
a
ahead.
250,000 people.
Right.
I know so many people, but I have one best friend, and I'm married to her.
That's it. That's it.
That's my best friend. Now I have a bunch of other friends. Hey, I found you. Oh, God.
I'm your uncle.
I know, really. You give me a headache. You
Holly,
give me
yes, the mother said she
migraine.
didn't. KP, after they decided he passed, they dumped the body. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something happened on that boat. They needed to get rid of it. That would explain why he was in the water. Could explain why he was in the water. Most likely explain why he's in the water. And maybe someone that would explain why someone was cleaning up the boat. So early in the
That
morning.
could explain. But now I'm trying to remember. That wasn't Warren's boat.
No, that was Wyatt's boat.
So Warren is the judge's kid, right?
Yes.
Didn't they say it was the judge cleaning the boat?
Yes.
It's not her boat.
Right.
So why would she be cleaning?
Right.
So, yeah. So did they bring the boat to Warren's house?
I don't think so.
So she came to the.
I don't know.
All right, something's crooked.
That's probably why she's not talking to the media.
That's crooked. I wonder if she's on the bench or if she's taking some time.
Yeah, that's a good question. I do not know.
Because if you're telling me that's not her boat and she traveled to them to clean the boat, something's way off. Completely.
Mommy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this went wrong. Got to clean up your shit every time.
And if she's covering, oh boy, this is going to blow up if that's the case. And we're not saying she
we're
is
not
or
saying
whatever,
she is or
but
not. Absolutely.
I am fucking. Whoa! Don't swear. Yeah.
Barty says, have we heard other boats' GPS locations during this timeline?
Not yet.
I haven't either. I have not heard anything yet.
They requested them, but I don't know if they can just say, "Hey, give me your GPS coordinates,"
But
or
here's
they
my
have to
thinking
get a
too,
court order.
guys. L says, and this is what I'm thinking. Grandpa is covering, I think. No, why in the hell did Grandpa get a call other than it was his boat, probably? But why did he get a call and say, no, they don't need any help? They don't need any help.
Well, what I don't get though is bilge pump stopped working.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you taking on water though? Your plug is.
Remember you heard him say something about, hey, while you're down there, go ahead and get the plug. Remember?
If they forgot to put the plug in, that would make sense, right?
Right.
So if they were able to get the plug in, stop the water from coming in, then maybe that's why they didn't need help. They could just throw some water out overboard. Even if you have water in there, if you got the plug in and you're not leaking anymore, you can still make it in.
Right.
Unless, you're really going down. So I don't know, because I'm not a huge boat person.
Yeah.
All right, K,
You're
I
an
have to
e-bike
put
person.
$5 in the swear jar. Listen, whoever has that swear jar is going to be rich by the end of this episode here. But I'm not a boat guy, so I don't know. But I know from my friend's boat, most of them, the plug's on the outside. I don't know if there's inside plugs or not. I don't know. But all my friends' boats, the plug is on the outside because I'm the one that goes and checks because I ain't sinking.
Right.
I'm like, hey, yo, is the plug in there? I'm not sinking. So, yeah. So, see, now the more you think about it and think about it and think about it, if the plug wasn't in, they got the plug in, then they don't need any help. They got a tow, right? Did the tow happen?
No.
They didn't get towed?
No, I heard
at
the
all?
tow did not happen until they got to where they were going to the inland. And then when they got there, they got a tow.
What? What would they need a tow for?
To go get that boat checked out to see what was wrong with it.
Wouldn't they just put it on the trailer and bring it to the place?
Unless they had a lot of water, how are you going to get it up?
Well, then you just put it on the trailer, and then you just take the plug out or do whatever it is. Something's off.
But you see how we're going? We're adding all these other information in there of rather than just thinking logically what's in front of us.
Right, because if they got back to the shore and they were like, all right, we'll just drive the boat to the repair place. You're sinking, you're going to take the chance again to drive the boat in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do. That's why none of it made sense.
Right, something's off.
Because they're not. See, that's what happens and I'm not saying that they're not telling the truth. I'm saying, in my opinion, that's what happens when you keep trying to cover up something, a lie from another lie from another lie. At some point, those lies run out, and there's nothing else to say because it just don't make sense.
Listen, everybody in the chat, I do have an excuse for the bad wordies sometimes. I'm Italian, so they just flow out. So.
Fantasy says, other explanations are not logical considering how all these kids sound at that moment. I don't think they're worried about sinking. Sounds like they grew up and on and around families' boats.
Yeah,
April,
of course they did.
April says, no signs here. They just tell you when you rent and post on Facebook ocean conditions with a flag, red flag, yellow, green, etc. Holly Warren said other people stayed that night. He said that, yeah, he did say there was one or two families that stayed there, camped all night. Photon, alcohol poisoning, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
And it doesn't take long if you drink a lot and you're in the sun and you're in the salt water.
So why get rid of the body overboard?
I think they panicked.
April, that's wild. Go ahead.
No, that would be normal too for 18-year-old kids
absolutely.
panicking.
Look,
my God, we can't be involved. Whoop,
if
off
that
you
happened,
go.
If that happened like that, I would not. I don't blame him for doing such a bonehead decision. You're talking about kids that are just got, still wet behind the ears. I mean, for lack of words, the idea that they made that decision, sure, they probably did. If they did do it, in my opinion, then I could understand why they did it because they just didn't know any better. They were
Oh,
making
God, yeah.
stupid decisions. But yeah, I mean that's very probable.
Yeah, I agree with both L and AJ. Multiple people know what happened.
Yeah, well, without a doubt. Yeah.
I mean, all the kids, the families probably know too. You know, the judge may know. Yeah. It's
April
going to turn to be bad.
April, that's wild. So anyone can go out there and no one may see them. I wouldn't be comfortable there, but then again, get in the water anymore at a beach. Laughing out loud. April L, yes, being coming over 20 years and nothing changes. It's at your own risk. Barney, toxicology evidence report shouldn't take this long. Well, they're not going to show us anything because they already said, the DA said she's not releasing anything until the grand jury sees it first. So we're not going to know anything anyway.
It's probably going to be weeks. Well, I mean, the grand jury could come back quick, but this is going to be a lot of looking into. They're going to take some time.
I agree.
They're going to take some real time. And I just, again, broken record, but I hope they didn't make this stupid mistake, but it sure does look like it.
That way, putting it in rental lease town has already no liability. Photon, Barney, that's what I want to see. L, smart of them to put it in writing, April. Gingerbread man is in the house. Rest in peace. Alex, yeah, okay, I'm not sure. L, maybe grandpa provided the liquor. Just thinking, not accusing, just my thoughts. Absolutely. Just an opinion, possibly. Absolutely. Gene, I was always the designated driver. I was afraid of my mother. Thank you, AJ. Marianne, AJ, you beat me to it. I have feelings where that was going. KB, could Nolen have gone over to Weather Bilge Pump and the motor kicked in and whacked him, knocking him unconscious, and they were waiting?
No.
I don't even know how that all works.
No,
to be
the
honest,
bilge pumps, they're not big. They're tiny.
They're basically like a sub pump?
Yeah, it's just a sub pump.
Yeah,
putting
they're
out
just
water.
giving out water.
Yeah, it's underneath the deck and stuff.
Whiskey says maybe grandpa had alcohol on boat. That's why he didn't want tow company. Whiskey, exactly in my opinion. Oh, she is a family judge and really not a bench judge, is what I read. All right, thank you, April. That would if she's just a family judge.
Still a judge. I mean, that's fine. Family, not criminal, but she's still a judge.
Yeah, right.
Still knows the right
still
thing
knows
to
the
do.
rule. She still knows the law.
Especially as a judge, you could say, if she was the one to bring this up to police, whatever, and be like, hey, look, something went down. This is what happened, blah, 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 blah. But cover up, and I get it. Kids, your kid, your son, parents do what they have to do, but I'm turning my kids are getting turned. I'll turn yous all in right now. I didn't give
G says judge needs to recuse herself. Definitely, for sure, Gene. Well said. AJ, something happened on the boat. Maybe they have Nolen drinking against his will like a stupid game or something. He overdosed, then freaked out, dumped him in the water, had to clean up drugs, etc. I would think it's definitely more that line, no doubt about it, AJ.
I mean, it could be as something as stupid as on the way back in, the dude slipped, fell, hit the back of his head on the side of the boat. He stopped breathing or something, I don't know, and they panicked, didn't know what to do, said, whoop, see you later, goodbye. I just really, man. And I gotta say this. Where is it now? Great googly eyes. That's what I'm going to say when I have to say a naughty word now. Great googly eyes. So if you hear that, I'm swearing. And that comes straight from Miss Bonnie. So
Chris,
great googly eyes.
Pay this word jar, maybe $5 per. AJ, drugs, typo. April, maybe they pulled the plug to wash blood or evidence away. Just a thought. Never even thought about that. Yes, AJ, exactly. And of Paw supplied the rugs or alcohol. He could have
No,
been
April.
scared and canceled the Coast Guard.
No, I'm sorry, April. No, I would not. We
Hell,
had this discussion last week. I would not cover for my kids. I love my kids to death. I would do anything for them except cover for them in anything at all. No, that's wrong.
Hell, April,
Sorry.
good point. Excellent point. Well said, Chris.
Don't yell at me. Don't beat me up in the chat.
LKB Brooks said, Chris, back at it again with the dirty wordies.
Jesus. Great googly eyes. You're back, way back, man. You better catch up.
Holy Holly. So if they know they were operating a boat while drunk, they are not being charged. So if they know they were operating a boat while drunk, why aren't they being charged with that? Because no one really checked them at that time when it happened.
No, and they're trying to figure everything out. And then
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you right now.
I think that's gonna save their grace from anybody getting a ticket for, what is it, OBI? Operating a boat intoxicated. AJ, young kids can be dumb and sometimes like to make other things just to have fun. Maybe they made him do drugs as a game. Who knows? Very well said, AJ. Marianne, someone got sick, pulled the plug to clean it as much as they can, and then plugged it back up.
Yeah, but that comes in underneath the boat. That doesn't come in. That doesn't until it fills up.
There was somebody that said, hey, while you're out there, go ahead and get the plug. Remember? Someone said that on the boat.
They probably forgot to put the plug in. But here's the problem. If you forgot to put the plug in, they wouldn't have made it out to the island.
That's true.
So either they got to the island. You always take on just a tad bit of water. There's always going to be a little bit of water from somewhere. At some point, maybe. But if the plug wasn't in, you wouldn't have made it out there with no water. So the plug would have been in.
You would think.
I mean, I think it would have to have been in.
Here's a good one for you, Chris. April, the boat went to Wyatt's house and Warren's mom cleaned it at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Then April said to me, Chris, are you saying you will not clean the boat at 3 a.m. for your kids? And I said, absolutely not. No, absolutely way.
Definitely a lot of people knew what happened, without a doubt.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Yeah, it really is.
Because, it's not fair to Nolen, but it's not fair to his family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
You just lost your son, your baby son, man. I mean, the family deserves that.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And I'll tell man, the people that know, maybe you guys are listening. Good luck to you all.
I agree with that.
Good luck to you guys. I wouldn't want to be in anyone's shoes. No way.
Hell, massive cover up. AJ, I can see why those kids would freak out and try to cover up, but no excuse for the adults. They should know better. Without a doubt.
No, I get the kids too, but no excuse for them. All you had to do is say, Nolen fell, hit his head. Then you just call the Coast Guard. I know you were drinking. Worry about that after.
You know
what I mean? Worry about that after. And just be like, he fell, he hit his head in the back. He's not breathing. Blah 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 blah. There's blood. Blah blah blah. Coast Guard's coming. 10 minutes. They're close. They're only 10 miles offshore. So even if it's somebody else, but I don't know, man.
April, Brooke, Possible, Barney, Chris. I taught my students to say great googly eyes instead of swearing. It didn't take long.
You get it.
Please don't forget to hit the like, everybody. There is Chris's channel. Make sure you subscribe to Chris's channel as well. Does a great job. Barney, is Grandpa the judge's father? Interesting. I don't know. Very interesting. We're going to have to find out. I know his first name is Jerry because they said so. Fantasy.
Who's
Jerry.
first name?
Grandpa. His first name is Jerry. I don't know what his last name is. Chris, I'm Italian. Guess I have no excuse. Besides, I've decided to bring back Drats.
Drats. I got to write these down so I remember them.
Holly, if they
blast them.
take the driver of the boat with DWI, maybe it would make them talk. Just a thought. Possible. April, Chris, are you saying you will not clean the boat at 3 a.m. for the kids? No. April, Marianne, Barney, thank goodness I never had to lie for my kids. I wouldn't either for my son. In some cases, I would, but truth is truth. Everyone has to learn. Tough love is one of those hardest things. That goes without saying, no doubt.
I'll never forget the first time I got arrested. Ma, I'm in jail. Come and pick me up. Nope. See you next time. Click. What? I called my aunt and she came right down. Tell my mother. No, tough love, man. Tough love. That's not, I mean, shit.
The call, Warren was yelling, get the plug. The call, Warren was yelling, get the plug. Barney, Chris, great job practicing your words. Whiskey, agree with you, Chris. April, DD, play the call again. The one with the one that they were able to clean up, or the very last one? Which one, April?
I want to hear the one with the blood and then what did he say? Check his chest. I want to hear that.
Okay, let's go to that one. Let's go. We'll go to that one right now. All right.
So let me.
We will go to that right now.
Okay. Okay. 10-4, good buddy.
Okay, let's see. Let's see where it starts at. Ugh.
Starts wherever it starts. You know what I mean?
Stop it.
You talking to me or the computer?
The computer. Talking to myself right now.
I thought you were yelling at me again. Thought I was gonna have to change. I thought I was gonna have to change my background again. But I like my boys.
Okay, here we
Like
go.
my
Here we
two
go. Here we
boys.
go, everybody. Okay, we don't need that guy because he just told us what the rules are. That's where it starts right here. Okay, here we go, everybody.
All right, here we go.
In the background, someone's saying, no, wake up. Wyatt, check his chest.
No, wake up.
So I ran this through my editing program. And listen, I am not
You hear it, Chris?
pro at audio by all means, but I did try to enhance the background so we can hear more of what was said. I'm going to feature just the parts where you can hear people talking in the background. I want to be very clear. This is my interpretation of the enhanced audio in the background. It is not a confirmed transcript, so please take this with a grain of salt.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Hello? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right.
Did
All
you
right,
check
do you
his
have your
chest?
GPS
Yeah,
coordinates?
straight up.
Let me go look. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed. I don't
All
have
right,
the tag
unless
on
you
here.
have a
We got
membership
ripped off.
number. How many adults, sir? That was the question.
Where is this?
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
Did you notice that he said 7 people were on the boat and then they counted and it was just 6?
They said 6.
Now, another thing I noticed in the full audio, when the dispatcher called the captain of the Coast Guard, the captain said, I just talked to his grandpa and he said he doesn't need a tow.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And
Is it
he
Jerry?
said that yeah, Jerry. Yeah, he said,
Jerry.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic.
My question is, why is the grandfather saying, no, they're fine. They don't need a tow?
The grandfather Jerry is so well connected with people, he's going to figure out a way to get them
Chris.
out
He
of
didn't
this.
need a
I'm
tow.
telling you, these people are as deeply rooted in race.
So he did need a tow. Do you hear me, Chris? April, Didi, play the call again. Is that good, April, or do you want everything from beginning to end? AJ, no excuses for the kids, but given they were drunk, they could call it poor judgment. And I agree with Chris. Hi, Jean. Jean, L, hi there. Miss Barney, the case and the 16 children case, brothers, bothers me more than the Nancy case. AJ, Jean, L, Chris, Jean, AJ, hi there. April, sometimes hearing these calls more than once, we may have missed something first time, without a doubt. Sometimes hearing the call. So let me go. You guys want to hear it again? Full go? Let's hear it full go. Let's hear it full go.
But before we get into it, y'all know they are lying and they telling on up. There's no way I'm gonna tell you the exact time I went to bed.
CETO. But was that a breach of protocol or procedure? I'm going to show you their basic policies, and you guys be the judge. So CETO policy is very simple. The immediate lifeline is handing it off to the Coast Guard, especially if there's non-emergency issues. Now, they'll let the Coast Guard know, or they'll call 911 on their own, and they will tell people that they need to wear life jackets. Secondly, they're going to triage the situation, which is exactly what they did. Get coordinates, how many people are on board, what's happening. You do remember them saying, we're taking on water, we're going down. As they move forward, they dispatch specialized salvage gear, meaning if they know they need pumps, if they know they need certain recovery tools, they're going to dispatch flotation bags. They're going to dispatch that out. Now, as we move forward, the salvage rule, which is standard pricing, you can see what it actually does. But here's the big thing, canceled calls. If a canceled call happens by a third party or grandfather, look what happens here. They take it at face value. They take it at face value, like they just naturally believe you. If a third party, like a parent or grandparent, calls and cancels the request, stating the situation has been resolved or handled, CETO will halt their commercial response. However, if a severe distress call was already logged involving a sinking vessel, marine log protocols require that information be coordinated with local marine patrol and or Coast Guard to ensure that no souls were left in distress. Here's where problems kick in. How do you know the problem was actually resolved and handled? The kids are freaking out, and then they all of a sudden say, oh, I think we're good. We're all set. How do you know? How can you take them at face value? How do you know? If they said they're sinking, they say they're going down, all of a sudden you just move on, and all of a sudden you just say, oh, okay, we're just going to take that at face value. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. They were literally telling you multiple times on the phone call that we're taking on water, we're sinking, we're going down, we need your help. All of a sudden, okay, no, we're good. Thank you. Bye. They didn't let the Coast Guard know, and they didn't let the local Marine Patrol know.
It was the grandfather. He spoke to the grandfather. The grandfather said, nah, I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to get through this.
Okay, so Quan is saying, listen to the 911 call again. On the 111 mark, you can hear in the background someone saying, no, wake up. Wyatt, check his chest. So I ran this through my editing program. And listen, I am not a pro at audio by all means, but I did try to enhance the background so we can hear more of what was said.
Well
I'm
said,
gonna
KB.
feature
Well said.
just the parts where you can hear people talking in the background. I want to be very clear. This is my interpretation of the enhanced audio in the background. It is not a confirmed transcript, so please take this with a grain of salt.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Hello? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed.
All right. Unless you have a membership number. How many adults, sir? That was the question. All right. How many people, sir?
Well said, Gene. Well said. I agree.
All right. Thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
Did you notice that he said 7 people were on the boat
Correct,
and then
Elle.
they counted
That is
and it was
correct.
just 6?
6. They said 6.
Now, another thing I noticed in the full audio, when the dispatcher called the captain of the Coast Guard, the captain said, I just talked to his grandpa and he said he doesn't need a tow.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island.
I'm going just a little bit back to hear April saying, did someone say was someone beating him? Let's go back a little bit.
Again, you with the food. Did you save any for me? Of course
I
not.
did.
No, you didn't.
Right
Because
here.
I'm not right, but I ain't having it. I don't.
Oh.
I can't lift that up and show you.
You got to watch a diabetic.
I know. That's why I'm having. Where's my camera at? Hold on. Hold on now. I have to. Let me just open one so you can see it clearly. Because I'm Italian, so I have to. Wait a minute. I'm having two Pizzalis. You got to have them in the house.
Not
You're
a
Italian. You have
confirmed
them.
transcript,
Oh,
so
those are
please
good.
take this with a grain of salt.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Hello? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed.
All right. Unless you have a membership number. How many adults, sir? That was the question. All right. How many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right. Thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
Did you notice that he said 7 people were on the boat and then they counted and it was just 6?
They said 6.
Now, another thing I noticed in the full audio, when the dispatcher called the captain of the Coast Guard, the captain said, I just talked to his grandpa and he said he doesn't need a tow.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And
Is it
he
Jerry?
said that, yeah,
Mhm.
Jerry. Yeah, he said,
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah,
Or,
they're in a panic.
Ditch those.
My question is, why is the grandfather saying, no, they're fine. They don't need a tow?
The grandfather Jerry is so well connected with people, he's going to figure out a way to get them out of this. I'm telling you, these people are as deeply rooted in racism out there in Mississippi. This is what they.
He talks about how when they were leaving at 4:30 and the boat was having issues, they said, Nolen, get the F on here. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay back. So he would have saw him at 4:30 instead of 3 o'clock, right?
The last time I saw Nolen was 3 o'clock, and Nolen was cradling a girl in his arms, Katie. But when we were leaving, Nolen was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled for Nolen, get on the boat. We're leaving. The boat's having issues. And no, he didn't say that, but he was panicking. Nolen, get the F on the boat. Get on the boat. And Nolen said, no, I'm staying out here. I'm going to ride in with somebody else. And it's not uncommon to hear, but it's not like my buddy asked him one time. My buddy asked Nolen multiple times to get on the boat. Nolen, get on the boat. Get on the boat. We're leaving. If you're coming.
Y'all see how he spoke to Nolen? Get the F on the boat. It was just natural for him to say that. And I'm telling you, I do not trust Wyatt's nose. I don't trust his nose, man.
You got to come now. And Nolen made a decision to stay out on the island.
So what is it? Is the last time you saw him at 3 o'clock with the girl or 4:30 when you guys left Nolen and he supposedly said, I'm good, I'm staying here? What is it?
Baby boy, I hate to inform you that allegedly this is why your stepmother did not want to talk to the media.
I mean, unless you're crazy, I'm not walking around with my phone in my hand. They've been walking around Horn Island, you know.
How many people left the phone on the boat? Was it just his phone when y'all left, or
right? I mean,
other people have phones
absolutely
on the boat?
not. Like there was at least, well, I rode out here on a different boat, like I told you, and I grabbed my boat. I grabbed my phone when I left the Palm Beach to get on the boat with Triton. To get on the boat with Wyatt because we were having, boat issues. And
once he asked him a question that would throw him off script, this is where he starts stuttering at, because he's following a script, y'all, in his head. So if he get off that path of the script, he's gonna start choking up, and then he gotta get right back on path. This is why he cannot answer the question directly in their interviews.
When I got on the boat, there was phones everywhere on the console. Everywhere. There was everybody's phone that was sitting around the boat was on the console. Like we had phones that we didn't even know whose they were, you know?
And then I also know what it looks like when someone is explaining to you what happened, what they actually know happened. When you have over 10 years in active addiction, you can see when someone is trying to remember something, trying to remember a line, trying to remember what they already said, trying to remember the
he remembering a line, all right. He can't wait to get to a line.
timeline they already gave you. Now, I do want to be clear. A nervous person is not a guilty person. People can be nervous under stress. We know this. But what stands out to me in this clip is not just that he stutters and he pauses and he is trying to remember. It's that he seems to be focused more on how he can clear himself and making sure people can't blame him, rather than walking through the steps and actually trying to figure out what happened to Nolen. I see no remorse. I just see him, you can't blame me because Nolen is an adult and he chose to stay behind. Well, what about all the other questions?
In this clip, I'm going to show you why I don't trust his nose. I'm going to show you why I don't trust Mr. Pinocchio right here.
Play the video right now.
Like there was just a couple boats looking for Nolen. There was planes and helicopters and everybody. So
listen to him now.
And then after this, obviously they didn't find Nolen that day.
Right.
And so what was your reaction like when you heard the news, or how did you hear the news that they found Nolen's body?
Well, the next day, it got to be about 1 o'clock on July 5th, and I was like, my mind started to turn. I was like, man, if he's not awake yet, like, where is he? I got very, very worried.
If he's not awake? What do you mean if he's not awake yet?
Brooks the next day, and we're driving, and my buddies were texting my group chat. They were like, hey, listen, and then I got a phone call from my buddy Trace, and he was like, hey, man, they just found his body.
Sound like y'all did it. Man, y'all don't see this, man. I can't be the only.
How are they checking to see where Nolen is? How could they call to see Nolen if they got the damn phone.
CETO Assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I
Thank you,
help
Pam.
you?
Thank you so much for
Hey,
supporting
we're
the
at
channel.
the
Appreciate
west tip of
you. Don't
Florence,
forget to
and
click like and
our
subscribe,
village pump stopped
everybody.
working.
If you're our subscriber, become a
Can y'all please
member.
come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd
Hello?
you say? Hey,
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed. I don't
All
have the
right.
tag
Unless
on
you
here.
have a
It got ripped
membership
off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
North. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm available.
North 3 degrees. 5. 4672.
All right. 4672. All right. And you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right. Looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right. Is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right. Have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right. Where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor or Fort Bayou Lawn.
All right. How many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Gotta jump in and pull the plug while you're going.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions
There's
so
what
I
he
can
said.
get you over
That
to the captain.
jump in and
How many
pull the
adults on
plug
board?
while you're doing that.
There's 0
That's where he
adults on
said it
board.
at, April.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right. Verify what boat's sinking.
a Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Okay, thank you.
This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee for service come up under,
Okay.
it sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So
Right.
he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
All right, we're done with that. We are done with that. So, dog and L, please, not the Z in my Eddie. When they say 5, they could be doing chest compressions, not counting the number of people aboard. Yeah, but they did say 6. 1, 2, 3. It's possible. Very possible, Brooke. Good point. Good point. So has anybody's opinion changed at all that there was something nefarious that happened and it probably happened on the boat? And if so, is there a thought that maybe he did get on that boat like originally Katie said he did, until she said that he was walking towards the boat and she thinks he got on the boat? April says, after today, I think foul play. I agree with you, April, without a doubt. I agree with you. I really do. And look, even if it was tampering with evidence, because that's what they would have been doing, they're still literally try to not for the truth not to come out. That's wrong in itself, everybody. Al says, no doubt in my mind now, April. Barney, Al said she sent you an email. Gene, April, yes, foul play. I mean, that's the whole point, everybody. To me, I believe there was a fight. Very possible, Cat. Very possible. We heard all the key elements, I think, when you hear him say, you know, he's check his chest. You hear just everything they talked about. You hear those elements of someone who is basically is fixing to get unalive or is fixing to go unalive in one way or the other. And to me, I just think that there's a lot here, and none of this, and I do mean none of this, has really been, other than what we just watched and what we read. A lot of this hasn't even been talked about by law enforcement or anyone as to what happened, right? So Why are they keeping that? Of course, it's a part of the investigation, so I know they're not going to tell the public this. But if the idea is that they're going to the grand jury with information, well, they're going to have to make some type of determination whether this is a crime or it wasn't a crime, right? They're going to have to say that, because that's what the grand jury does, is they either say this does merit, to go to court, or it doesn't merit. And then everything just becomes accidental. Always thought that, or like Chris was saying, involuntary, accidental, but hiding, lying and tampering, and adults willing to cover up, not taking responsibility. Well said, Fantasy 5. Well said. This is one of the reasons why yesterday I was so adamant about it was probably going to be purposely done on land, or he was going to be in a boat, because that's the only way his body, in my opinion, would have ended up in the water. He's out in the boat, overboard. He's on land, becomes unalive, throw him in the water. I mean, it's just that simple. And I think the more we try to turn ourselves into pretzels trying to get exactly how it happened, we're never going to get there. We're never going to get to the exactly how it happened, because we weren't there. So we'll never get the exactly. Sometimes you just have to build your case and build your broaden out your thought to be able to try to figure out how does it all fit. And if it makes sense, maybe it does fit. April says, do we know if the fight Jax had was even proved where, or was he on the boat and fight happened? Not really sure, April, to be honest. Not really sure, to be honest. Ole, it very well could have been. I just don't have that information. Kat says he got injured on the boat by a fight. However, he fought with, knocked him out. He fought with, knocked him out. They thought he had passed, and overboard he went. It's a possibility. They were all intoxicated, so I don't think anyone would have been able to really tell for the most part. What do you got, Chris? Go ahead. What do you got? So that's what we're looking at. And I do think this was done. And I think a lot, like I said, with the interview that Warren did with Tatum, that did not help him. And that makes sense why he was so nervous. That makes sense why he was all over the place. That would make sense why Warren seemed to be, in my opinion, very scatterbrained, if you were, trying to keep that narrative all together like we talked about. You know what I mean? That would make sense why he acted the way he acted. Because everything was scripted, in my opinion. And he had to always go back to where he was at. And if he lost his place on what he was being asked because it was scripted, in my opinion, he would have definitely had to go back to a certain point of the conversation and then start right there and go back until he got to that point. Hope that makes sense. L, I feel bad for Nolan's parents. They deserve to know. Without a doubt. Barney, L, I haven't received your email. Barney, Z is correct. Barney, there wasn't a C or S in there, but there was a B. Should I add a Z after the B? What do you got, Chris?
I'm trying to break down the audio on my audio editing stuff. So,
Gotcha.
But it's taken a little while. So,
but yeah, I think I think several in the chat have kind of seen and basically come up with a different or not a different, but has changed their stand as to where we're at on this case.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's
and
very sketchy.
It is very, very sketchy.
I'm concerned that it was definitely or is a big cover up now.
I haven't seen anything with the others. I'm waiting for those. They're probably out by now, but I haven't seen any other interviews with the other people other than Warren and Christian Shepherd. But yeah, I mean, I tell you what, I wonder where Doug is at.
I don't know.
He was supposed to be here, unless
Fired.
maybe he got to call in for work or something. That he.
Oh, he's fired. That's it. No, he's fired.
But you know, that's the thing. I mean, and this is why trying to figure out how it happened. You know, because even for a while there, I was trying to think outside the box on everything that possibly could have went wrong, and then it just made sense. Like it just like you know how something will hit you on the head, and you're like, well, why would he have gone to the water? You know, why would he have been? I mean, the thing we heard a lot at the beginning was, well, he went swimming. He just got too far out, and the current took him in. But why would he have been swimming by himself? You know, why would he have been there by himself?
Yep.
And if somebody was with him, like let's just say Katie, well, she would have been screaming for help, so she would have known something happened. So none of it. Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit to kind of put it together. And granted, these are all just speculations as far as how this all happened. We don't know exactly verbatim, but we do know something happened. The evidence is there that something happened. We just don't know like who the players were involved, or was it something, you know, like Chris said earlier, was it something that he just became unalive and then they just got scared and chucked his body off? But even then, it's going to be, the question is going to be, well, why did you throw, why, if that happened, the question would be, why'd you throw him out there? Are you a doctor? How did you know he wasn't breathing? How many did you drink that night? You know, how could you tell you were so intoxicated? Then now you're looking at serious more crimes than that. So there's just so many different things, different takes, but I think we all in agreement on something happened without a doubt.
Yeah.
Denmark is in the house. Good to have you, Mona. Welcome in. Nolen is not African American. He is Philippine American. The father is his stepdad, just so you know. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Denmark. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So Nolen is, when we knew he was definitely of two backgrounds, two races. You know, we knew he was that because of the mom. And it did look like he was African American, but that's his stepdad. So, yeah, that would make sense. Thank you for sharing that, Mona. Appreciate that. Click that like, everybody. Click that like and subscribe.
Real parts, real pros,
Barney says, okay, mods, Chris and Dog, the House of Justice at gmail.com.
Ever since, there has been a focus on the phone he left behind in the boat. Investigators may now be closer to getting a look at it. This morning, the parents of Nolen Wells say they're ready to share their son's cell
phone. Put it on the screen, Chris.
Parties investigating his death. We have a new
It's just an old video.
Okay.
Trying to get a
his mother tracked the phone to someone who was with Wells on Horn Island
different
and suggested some content may have been deleted. On Wednesday, the family
I don't know what I'm saying. Trying to get a different audio.
Wells involved a crime.
this lady's saying. Not saying much. It's a very quiet morning around, though. There is like nothing going on. Breaking news: crazy man confesses Nancy Guthrie case. Am I missing? All the same stuff.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to find other pictures or video from the island on July 4th, because there was, last time I was reading, they were saying there could have been like 1,000 people on Horn Island.
I thought they originally
There was
said
boats
2,000.
there was boats from one end to another.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they said 2,000 at the beginning. And no one who lived there, obviously, on that island. So they were all people coming in.
Yep.
And you could see some of those pictures if you look at them, man. There was a lot of freaking boats out there.
People. Hey, in a private chat or an email, can you send me your address so I can send you some WD-40?
No.
For this. What?
No.
Why?
Because I like the noise.
Okay, well, maybe we don't.
Fix your ears.
Fix your chair.
I don't want to. Oh, Lord.
Can I speak to your wife, please?
No.
What? Because she'll be with me.
Probably.
Where's the cat? The cat probably doesn't like it either.
The cat's still here, unfortunately.
Hey,
Denmark, Lord. Barney, Chris, B just reported something about NC lady was just found. North Carolina. Is that South Carolina or North Carolina?
Which lady?
Is she talking
Which
about,
one?
what's her name?
I don't know. I'm so.
Wait. NC lady. NC lady. Not sure who NC lady is. Interesting. Who have we talked about? The only one I can think about, no, she was from Kentucky. Not sure, Barney. Not sure. Fantasy 5. Oh, that one. Elizabeth. Oh, no doubt. Okay. Well, why didn't you tell me? I had that story just the other day. Let's see here. Okay, I don't see nothing there. Huh. I don't see anything that talks about that. I'm not seeing anything in there. No, I didn't, L. Did you see the info about 4 years old that disappeared here locally? Uh-uh. Yeah, I didn't see anything Fantasy 5. I'm not sure why, but I'm not seeing anything. Just looking, everybody. Let me get back. Let me check, Hell. Hang on a second. He was just reposting that she was missing in a shirt. He did. Okay, thank you. Okay, no problem, Barney. Appreciate it. And L, hang on a second. Let me check. I think I did get it. Let me see here. No, I got the one, L. I got the one you sent here recently, but I don't have the one about the missing 4 years ago. I just got the one you just recently sent me, L. Gene, hope your appointment goes well. Take care. See you all next time. Appointment coming up. Be safe. You got it, Gene. Thank you so much. It's great to see you again. Be safe and have a good one.
Nice to see you.
We will be back at 5 p.m. today.
Really?
I will.
Will.
Thank you, L. Appreciate that. Yeah, I just got it.
Got what?
Oh, she was sending me about the 4-year-old that went, that passed away or became unalive.
What North Carolina person were we talking about?
That was Waddell, but I haven't seen anything on that. That was Elizabeth Waddell. She was the one that was a physical therapist in Granada that went ahead and they were on a vacation. And
Oh yeah, yesterday.
yeah, so
Her husband wasn't there.
Right. But when they called her, he was headed back up there to do a search, join the search.
And who said what in the chat that they found her?
I think it was, let me see, Barney, I think. She's going to go look it up. But I thought Barney said something about, did you see the information? Information about the individual we talked about from North Carolina. Yeah, I said, Chris, BE just reported, Brian Anton just reported something about North Carolina lady was just found.
What was her first name?
It's going to be Elizabeth Waddell. I didn't see nothing when I brought her name up.
La 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 la.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Oh,
You got it, Gene. Be safe. It was a short.
have a good one.
It was a short.
I'll look at it in a second.
It was a short.
Keyboard.
So there's a search right now happening. Hey guys, so there's a search right. Hey guys, so there's a search right now happening.
Huh?
Carolina physical therapist who went missing
I'm just
in the
listening.
Caribbean, was apparently on a vacation, and now there's an extensive search for her. She's been missing since July 22nd. Her name is Elizabeth. She goes by Liz Waddell. She was on the island of Grenada. There's an urgent search right now for family, friends, loved ones. Authorities are looking for her. She was on, it's called Grand Anse Beach in St. George's. That's what the Royal Grenada Police are saying. Again, she's a physical therapist. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's from Raleigh. She's described as
He's
5
just
feet 5 inches.
he's just reporting on her missing.
short
That's
blonde.
all.
Okay, got you.
Art movement,
Marianne,
therapy.
I am watching it right now. The short
according to her
and
friend, she said she's
nothing about her being found. He's reporting on the search.
Search is happening right now. Hey guys, so there's a search
Yeah,
right
no,
now happening
nobody
for
found. He did the
Carolina
short and
physical
said he'd keep
therapist
everybody
who went
posted,
missing
but
in the Caribbean.
they're all
Was
there
apparently
searching
on
right
a
now.
vacation.
If you have
Now
something
there's an
different, post
extensive
it.
search
But
for
I
her.
just went
She's
to
been
his
missing
latest
since July 22nd. Her
short
name is
post
Elizabeth.
on
She goes
her,
by
and
Liz
that's what I just watched.
Waddell. On the island
So
of
if you got something
Grenada,
different,
there's
bring
an
it on
urgent
up, please.
What do you got?
What do I have?
Yeah, he said bring it on up. What are you talking about?
No. For Marianne.
Oh, gotcha.
States that there is a search going on. Not. Oh, okay. I got you. I see it. Never mind. See, dyslexia. Just whew, right by words, backwards.
Oh,
So
what is
yeah,
it?
no, they're just searching for her.
Well, yeah.
There's just a big search going on. Yeah, the husband, he went right there. So I got to see what's going on with Mr. him and myself over here because yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to see everything that's happening, man.
There it
Very
is.
crazy.
Dwayne A. Rojas. What? Rap.
All right.
Hold tight. You got to listen to this. Dwayne Rojas. All right, hold on one second, my man.
Very true, El. Very true.
I know I'm awesome. I can't help it. Yeah. Mass pew pew all over everywhere. From one end of the country to the other. All right, now listen. This is a guy that's claiming Crazy man confesses about Nancy Guthrie.
All right.
Listen to what he says. Yeah.
He's making all these claims here. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news on the Nancy Guthrie case. I got a confession from he retweeted Savannah. He retweeted Savannah. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news on the Nancy Guthrie case, July 22nd. I got a confession from Hoda, and her and Joel Schiffman are responsible. Coda, exact words to me were, I told that stupid B not to kill her, so you'll get your kids' souls back, Hoda, when you do what I asks. He retweeted Savannah and said that Hoda and her ex confessed. He follows by reposting another post. I am so sorry, Blue Eyes. I tried finding them as soon as I found out your mom got kidnapped. It's me, Dwayne Antonio Rojas, bloodline dependent of Moses, second coming.
This is crazy.
Lieutenant General, U.S. Army, 1st FSFOD, Delta Black Dagger, signed Party Army, JAG Special Prosecutor for the DOJ.
But he's tweeting the Guthrie family. He's looking for some trouble. This guy's a nut.
And he's now going towards the Trump administration and the Royal Sheikh bloodline and coronavirus and the Iranian war.
These people kill me.
Okay, so we got another one that came out of the woodwork.
Yep. That him?
But people are responding to him. We got Ikmail responding.
Get to the point.
Get to the point, Jesus. Who is Joel Schiffman? Joel Schiffman is a private financier and Hoda's ex-fiance. They dated for years, got engaged in 2019, adopted daughters Haley and Hope, and split in 2022 while continuing to co-parent. According to Grok, no credible reports, evidence, or law enforcement statements link him to Nancy Guthrie's February 2026 abduction or the masked suspect on the doorbell footage. Claims of a confession in this thread are baseless. People respond, is this for real?
No.
Here's Cam. I know Joel personally. This is total insane nonsense. He's a very kind man and separated from Hoda years ago. Folks, I don't believe this whatsoever. But I wanted to share what, again,
you are right, Fantasy 5.
Remain unsolved. People come out of the woodwork.
Thank you.
And make some very, very, very.
That's crazy.
One person here says, call the sheriff. Get that million. I'll play one more time for people that are just coming into the chat.
My name is Dwayne Antonio Riojas. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Dwayne Antonio Riojas, Lieutenant General, United States Army. Lieutenant General, United States Army. That means I got 3 stars on each shoulder. This is a T-shirt. I don't have my uniform on, Army uniform. I just want to, man, I don't know. It's got really difficult. Savannah Guthrie. Just my prayers and,
Pupils are huge.
He's definitely on something.
And he's sweating to death.
Baby Daddy Joe.
He's outside, though.
Douchebags. to do this to Savannah Guthrie, take her mom, and then murder her and put her in a blue bucket and dig the bucket.
That sounds like a snake, though, doesn't it?
It does.
Like a rattlesnake in the
That's the
background?
confession that he gave me. Joe, Huda's baby daddy. So
Yeah, it does.
Big time.
wondering the status on that. He's
I'll be
leaving to
sitting on it.
Utah right now.
Was he in a teepee or something?
You know, FBI.
Yes.
He's taking him to, they're taking
They're
him
a rattlesnake.
to Utah where he
Yeah, you do.
but buried the blue bucket that has Huda's. I mean, it has Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie. Our prayers go out to you, Savannah, and you're the Guthrie family. So it's a real tragedy. Justice will be made. Justice will be done. So just sad. My prayers to y'all, to the Guthrie family. Sorry, I came in a little too late, but too late.
Interesting.
Psychos.
What do you think?
He's nuts. Like everybody else that comes out.
No doubt. Photon. Barney, stay safe. Barney said it's a P tent. Be safe, Barney. All right, everybody. We've been on for a while.
Yeah. I got things to do.
Go ahead. You can say your goodbyes, Chris, so I can say mine.
Why do I hear things? Hold on, I can get rid of this. Must get rid of this. All right, y'all. Been another great day. Say bye to my puppies. It's been another great day. Great live. Yeah, I think today's changed a lot of minds. Well, I don't know if it's changed a lot of minds, but it's put like, wow, absolutely could have happened like that. So yeah, no, it was good. Glad to be here. And yeah, see you. Bye. No, I'll see you guys late. Yes, glad to be with you, sir. So yes, much fun.
Glad to have you.
Yes, definitely. You couldn't do it without me. So anyways,
I couldn't.
no, I know. So yeah, oh boy. So yeah. But yeah, no, thank you. Oh damn. I just got videos on X. I'm watching crazy stuff. All right. Well, thank you everybody in the chat. It's been great. Love you all. And I will most likely be in the chat at 5.
Okay.
But you never know. I may bless you with my presence. You know, I don't know.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
As long as you leave me your blessings, that's all that matters.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I'll pray for you and stuff. But you know, I'll see what happens. I'll try to get on there and hold the show for you.
Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. So what's for dinner?
I don't know yet. I may just take the wife out to get something to eat.
Huh? Where do you think you're gonna go?
Probably to El Zarape. It's a Mexican restaurant out here. It's pretty good.
I figured it was that by the name. You know what I mean? I didn't figure it was like
well, I had to say
chicken
that
place.
because it could have been like El Zarape, Chimichanga.
Well, yeah. Well, I figured it wasn't like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right. No, we had that the other day.
I say I'm not a Kentucky Fried Chicken person. I am a
I had to just say
Popeyes.
that.
Popeyes
is good.
Popeyes.
Matter of fact, when we came back from Hamden, Ohio, we stopped at Popeyes.
Love
Man,
Popeyes,
I tell you what, it was
they
damn
cook
good.
their chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of runny, but Popeyes cooks their chicken.
I didn't care for their mashed potatoes because I don't like the way they do their mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah, because they use the tan style gravy. They don't use that. I mean, look at Kentucky Fried Chicken has the mash and gravy down pat. They're got it.
Right.
They got it
Without
made.
with the biscuit. Just put it on there and you're good.
Oh yeah. See, now you're making me hungry. All right. So looks like I'm KFC bound. Thanks a lot.
All right,
KFC and Popeyes.
Thank you so much for being here, man. Semper Fi.
All right, man. I shall talk to you later on.
You got it, my
Semper
brother.
Fi. All right, guys. See ya. Thanks. Peace.
Peace. All right, everybody. So another good live. Very informative. What's 5 p.m. topic? I don't know yet. I'm going to have to look around and see what we got. If you guys got any suggestions, send it to me. Email it to me. But I'm going to look. I like to look on that individual, that little girl that went on a live that Elle sent me. But I really don't know what I'm going to go with. So I'll let you know as soon as I figure it out. But I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the support and everything you guys bring to the table. Like I say every day, without you guys, this doesn't happen. So kudos to all of you. I hope this live was informative to at least give you something else to think about. Yeah, Chris, right? So, yeah, just the idea that maybe when you look at different things, you can probably see where this might be going. Don't know if it is, but never know. But that's what we need to do. Just grow the channel. More opinions we get in, the more we're able to go ahead and learn from one another. So with that, everybody, God bless you. Take care. Until we meet again at 5:00 p.m. Always remember, it is all common sense, everybody. Everything is common sense. Simplify.